So, hey guys, we're supposed to have 2 videos with Blue this week, but it turned out to be just one. Or do you want to do? Well, we might do one for Saturday. Who knows?
I'll fucking
we'll
do
just
it.
find out.
I'll fucking do it. I'll do it for you, senpai. I'll do it.
Everything's all over the place at the minute. I'm going in between the houses to sort stuff out. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of a mess.
Yeah, your life's a bit fucky wucky right now, my friend.
Yeah, you could say that. But anyway, so we're kind of late to this. This came out, and everyone's already did the videos like last week. But you know what?
Well,
be a fun
no, there's a difference. They're not quite as based as us. They won't say what needs to be said. That's the first issue.
Well, there's a few people that will say it, but like, you know, a lot of them are like, oh, but does it really matter what Wizards of the... Yes, it does matter what Wizards of the Coast do. I'm sorry, guys. So like,
why
is
it bothering you? Why are you letting it bother you, man?
Because it affects the rest of us, whether we...
Because you, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. So like, there's an article from Dicebreaker. Dungeons and Dragons executives think the brand is really under-monetized.
Well, the problem is that they're not making money through books because all the books suck. Like, like, why can't we make money now, man? I don't get it, man. We're being woke, and we took away the space chimpanzees. Why are they like they're lacking so much? I don't know, like monetary presence in their books that no one's gonna buy them. Like, no one was. You know what? I don't feel the need to buy this book, even just to support you. I'm not gonna buy that because it's dog shit. Like, yeah. If a book is moderately good, people will buy it to support you. Like, my books are trash, people buy them to support me. I appreciate that. But it's just, these books all fucking suck. Yeah. Like, that's the biggest issue. Much. Like, you can try and monetize a fucking pile of shit. It's really hard.
Like, a lot of people I know, like, I think the first time I really noticed this, like, you know, well, I suppose not really noticed, but it's the first time I bought a 5e book, and I was promised something, and I didn't get what I wanted, was Ghosts of Saltmarsh. And with that book, it said, oh yeah, you know, we've got, like, ship combat rules. It's like, oh, sweet. It's not ship combat rules. You know what I mean? That's just, they're not, just give me what I want. And that's kind of the same thing with Spelljammer. People want ship combat. They're not giving it to them. Why do they not just give people what they want? I think, like, you know, honestly, Wizards of the Coast could turn this all around by just making decent books, but instead they're just interested in appeasing Twitter. You know what I mean? And a specific type of Twitter use. So anyway, look, Wizards of the Coast wants to create a recurrent spending environment around the popular tabletop RPG digital front. Now this is where it really is. Digital front. So Wizards of the Coast really don't want you to be playing in person
You will
anymore,
own nothing,
which,
you'll be happy.
Unironically, 100% that is actually what they want. This is the biggest issue. The big problem that I see when it comes to most 5e groups is you'd be lucky if the player buys the player handbook, and that's about it. They might pick up some of the other, like, they might pick up Xanathars, they might pick up Tasha's Cauldron just for subclasses and stuff like that. But honestly, they don't really have to buy books anyway. We're the DM that buys all the books. So out of a group of like 5 people, they're already getting like one person actually buying stuff. So how do you actually turn that around? How do you increase that? Well, I've got a few ideas, and this is some ideas that I want to do that I think would really help.
Create good content, question mark?
Well, the creating good content, but again, that's still only going to be the DM going to buy that. Yeah. What I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to do this anyway. It'll be like print out sort of thing. Like, so I really love...
He does it for free.
Binders. Yeah, well, I really like the idea of like player binders. I use them in my games. Yeah, why not, like, you know, do like a really nice player binder or something like that, or like, you know, one of those like we flip folder things with like the clear pockets.
Yeah.
You know, why doesn't Wizards like create stuff like that for players? Like, give them something, or like, you know, I know they do models. I don't know if they do dice or not.
They do dice, but it's just,
do they do dice?
It's just, they're just so fucking brain dead. Like, I have not seen a more NPC company in my fucking life. Plus, they're pissing off all the Magic people in their card game. Like, they just can't help but shove their own foot up their own fucking ass at every fucking step. Okay, Wizards take 4 steps forward and their foot is immediately in their fucking bunghole. Like, god damn it, what are you doing?
I know, they just...
But it's also a power play, because if all your shit's digital, and if you are othered, they can say, hey, you don't have any... Oh, you voted for Trump, eh? You can have your books now. Because you're a fucking Yahtzee. No books for you. But my character, sorry.
We don't want you here. I'm sorry. Get out. Get out. And like, you know, but they can ban you at any time. Look at this. Think of it like how many how many social medias have you been banned from? Let me think, how many have I been banned from? I permanently lost a Facebook account, which I'm raging about because it's got really old photos of me and Megan, and they're all gone now. I'm really disappointed about that. Yeah, well, you're completely gone, completely wiped.
Oh, like your personal one?
I did, yeah, personal one. That got completely wiped. And then I've went through an Instagram or two. I've went through 4 Reddit accounts. I'm not even joking. They become unaccessible to like log into, and they don't like it's like, oh, this account's unverified. It's really weird. It's like being banned but not banned. And even then, you can also get this well where like you comment stuff or post stuff, but like invisible to like it's shadow banned essentially. You know what I mean? Like it just seems to happen to me all the time on the internet. I don't even post that much. You know what I mean? It's like that's the thing that gets me. It's like I'm not posting all that much all the time, you know. So I don't know. This be the biggest thing for me is at any moment Wizards can just turn around and be like, you know what, that's not good. Also, the other big thing is think of it like this: they're now putting in. Look, the best example would be MiCrO Strad. MiCrO Strad came out. I think it was like 2015 or so. The 5th edition one. What was it? About 3 years later, they had to do a rewrite because it's problematic or whatever.
Well, they had the Romney people in there, and that's why I don't get. They're super overcorrections. Like apparently, if you're Romney, you're bad. Like I don't understand. Like it's a glorification of racial stereotypes. Is it though? Like is it?
Yeah. These people only see in black and white, and the idea of nuances.
They see a lot of black. And things aren't black. I'll tell you that much. They see a hell of a lot of black where it shouldn't be.
Yeah, they do. Actually, they actually do see a lot more black than
it's honestly cringe. Like it's wild how now 4chan is less racist than Wizards of the Coast, and it's fucking wild.
It's just, this is the biggest problem. It really comes down to letting normies on the internet. Mobile, smartphones was a mistake, honestly. It kept out a lot of the...
If I didn't have my smartphone, how could I Google the imperial tactics of Rome at 2 a.m., bro? Like, I need to have my midnight history buff lesson.
I suppose that's true.
But we can scroll down through this fucking mess. Because the names crack me up. So Chris Cox and Cynthia Williams.
Great. Wait, Williams, is she?
Cynthia Williams.
No, it couldn't be. It couldn't be the same. Oh, your one that did it with TSR in the 90s.
Stand by.
She absolutely. I can't remember her name now, but it's definitely Williams.
That's Lorraine Williams, I think.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Lorraine Williams.
Hope they're related. I really hope they're related. That would be actually pretty funny, not gonna lie. So anyway, Garbu, do your thing. You do the voice.
Alright, let's put on the narrator voice. So globally popular tabletop RPG Dungeons & Dragons has enjoyed an explosion of popularity due to COVID and commercial success over the last decade, but the people in charge of the companies that own it are aiming for even greater financial heights they have no hope of reaching. During an investor-focused web seminar, God, that's such a fucking liberal fucking tagline.
Yeah.
Hasbro CEO Chris Cox and Wizards of the Coast CEO and President Cynthia Williams briefly discussed the future of D&D. The pair are the largest voices when it comes to deciding its future, and Williams led with a doozy. D&D has never been more popular, and we have really great fans and engagement, William began, but the brand is really under-monetized. It's just...
Well, I do agree with that. It is under-monetized, but that's because they keep doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, because they're dumb as fuck.
I feel like, honestly, I do feel like, they are under-monetized, and I do feel like I've got a lot of ideas that I think could make them a lot more money, and I think everyone will be happy about. No one wants microtransactions. No one wants to be buying.
Here's the largest problem. The largest problem is that there may be a guy out there that has the best idea, maybe you, me, someone else has the best idea that's a automatic fucking win for D&D. If it doesn't vote right, they will not hire him. You have to toe the party line and suck on Joe Biden's balls before they fucking let you get on the fucking team.
The biggest thing is, I would argue the biggest problem that Wizards has at the minute is I honestly do not believe they have any actual RP writers working for them anymore, because I think all the ones that did do it have all jumped ship and are doing their own stuff and are on either the Thingy Guild, or they're doing Kickstarters or whatever. It's never been a better time than ever. It's never been a better time to self-publish ever, especially.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's like if you can't do it now, then you never could.
Well,
You know what I mean? You don't
I
need a
always
big
say this
company.
line, and literally I mean it. If unless you are a black lesbian, you are not getting published. Like,
Yeah, probably.
unless your girlfriend is like 6'1", muscular and bald headed, and you two are a female, you're not getting published. Like, I think I'm at. I have it written down somewhere. Hold on a second. Where's it? There it is. I'm at 314 queries. That's 314 separate publishing companies, and all of them have told me no. And the feedback I get is they want to, well, the ones that have contacted me go in and want to change the book. And I'm always like, okay, what do you want to change? Make so-and-so female, make so-and-so gay, make so-and-so non-bi. Like,
But you've already
none of that fucking matters.
Females in it. There's a good women in your books anyway. I mean, why do they need that?
It's like, bro, and like, well, we don't think the book's gonna sell. Bro, I've already sold 700 books. I have over 1,500 congruent readers on my new YouTube channel. Like, I don't understand why you're so fucking obstinate about this. And at the same time, Penguin Books released some stats or some shit. It's one of those companies. And like, 95% of the people they publish, or some fucking number, sell less than 100 fucking books.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. That's all you need to know. About
And it's just like, God
Honestly,
damn it. Like, I tell...
I feel like it would be nice. It would be nice if you got published, but at the same time, I think it would take it would make your life a lot easier not have to handle that area of the business.
Yeah, like more or less getting
but-
published helps alleviate stress off of you. Like also there's like free advertising and yada yada yada.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to it, but I think honestly for you at this point, I think you're better off just doing it yourself.
Yeah,
You know,
and like
I think you are.
And it's also for game books as well. Like you're better off just making your own game book and saying, hey, here's my book, and, you know, get it reviewed, get some free copies to some fucking RPG reviewers, get it out there on some eyeballs, and it's literally the best you can do. I mean, it's just.
Well, so what would your advice be then for anyone watching? How would you say for them to get into it if they're interested?
Become a lesbian. First step.
Okay,
No,
well,
but no. Like so, the reason why mine are where they are is because of you, because you gave me a huge leg up on the books and the channel and everything else. And the best thing you can do is make your book, or like, say you're writing a novel, make it in audio format. People will listen more than they'll read because they can listen while working. If you're doing an RPG book, if you get it done, you have to contact all these names on RPG reviews, like T-shirt historian, Ironcaster, RPG pundit, those kind of people. Like, hey, can you look at my book and review it? You know, and you send them a book and they'll talk about it. And you have to literally slow burn your your stuff. And that's how it is. Well, like James here is on what your fourth YouTube channel. Like it's always going to be a slow burn. You have to rebuild from the very beginning. And don't write a book that sucks. It's probably the second best thing I can tell you. Like, because every schmuck can write a book and get it like self-published. It's not hard to do, but you gotta make sure it's like at least good. And you get that status by getting feedback. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep scrolling through this fucking shit show.
Also to add on that, I would say if anyone's interested in it, I would honestly say the best thing you should do is turn some of your previous adventures into PDFs and give them away for free. Just give them away and get your name out there. That's what I would say anyway.
Brand recognition.
Just give it away. Like if it's PDF, it's literally free anyway. It doesn't you can charge £1 for it or whatever. But like honestly, see when you're first starting out, I would say you'd be much happier people just playing your game than not. You know what I mean? So that's the way I would view it. So anyway, like, so she thinks they're undermonetized. Let's just keep going. What do they have to say?
I love these 3 words. She and Cox. She and Cox spent the next 9 minutes explaining how Wizards of the Coast might solve this corporate conundrum, and much of the initial work apparently rests at the feet of D&D Beyond, which is not surprising. Wizards acquired the company along with the staff that maintains it earlier this year. The digital toolkit that players use to reference material on digital devices and maintain campaign information is also a powerful source of data-driven insights for Wizards, so analytics.
Yeah.
Williams said that D&D Beyond will power the next phase of D&D where you'll own nothing and you'll enjoy it. Most likely alluding to 1D&D. That condemned the Codename System Edition is currently planning to drop a trio of rule books in 2024. 2024? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You have 2 years to wait? What the fuck? Oh my god, these fucking companies drive me nuts.
Well, the thing is, they need to make sure it's not problematic.
And they 2 years for like racial sensitivity screening. The Codename System Edition is currently 2024, and designers have released only 3 playtest documents with the hints at how it might play. Which is like D&D 5e. That's all. The executives are less worried about design than installing more on-ramps for players to spend their money. Williams mentioned that while Dungeon Masters comprise roughly 20% of the D&D player base, they make up the largest share of our paying players. Yeah, that's part of the problem.
It's less. I would argue it's less, and when it comes to 5e specifically, I would say it's definitely under 20%.
I would say 5%.
Or DMs. Yeah, honestly, play is close to 5% at this point. And this is the other thing. 5e's not an easy game to DM.
No.
Honestly, it's really just not.
No, it's not.
Like, it's really not. Like, honest to God. See, that's the thing. There's so many other games that you can play that are so much easier to DM, and more people that are always beat players, I think, would have a much easier time. See, this is the way I would put it. 5e to me is very, very player orientated. It's not very DM orientated.
It's mainstream. Did you say mainstream? Like it's built for the player experience.
Yeah, but again, and that leads to forever DM.
I want to summon water inside that horse's body, then heat water. What the fuck? No. Like, what are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, you're gonna get stuff like that. But anyway, look, let's keep going. What else does she have to say?
Oh my god. So let's see. The executives are less worried about design than installing more. Whoa, what are you doing?
Where are we?
Okay, hold on. An investment in digital, she posits, will allow Wizards of the Coast to unlock the type of recurrent spending you see in digital games. Microtransactions, man. Neither Williams nor Cox mention any specific video games as examples, but it's not difficult to imagine someone comparing D&D to the revenue model for Fortnite. Oh, no! Minecraft or League of Legends. All our games.
Do you want your wizard box?
Christ.
Where's your wizard box?
Jesus.
I'm gonna get scammers in my.
Do you have your tiefling dollars?
Yeah, I'm gonna get scammers in the comment section now that are like, private message me on Telegram for your Wizards of the Coast box. You just won the Christmas competition, guys. Oh my god, I'm still getting that.
So do I too. It's weird, but it's kind of flattering too. All the games' brand has been leveraged to sell anything even remotely related to players who treat these titles as lifestyle branding. I mean, that's what D&D is already. Like, what are you, fucking ignorant? Like, if they want to expand on merch, go right ahead. Plushies, keychains. I actually have a D20 keychain. Like, it's got like the Nat 1 on it and it says "fuck" on the bottom of it. Like, I have one of those.
Like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like if people want to wear T-shirts, if they want to get keychains, whatever. Like, it's pretty inoffensive. It doesn't matter to me.
Actually, here's what I don't get. If they want easy money, you go purely into lifestyle branding. Like, you make your T-shirts, you make your hats, you make your you make all these things that everyone besides DMs will buy, and it's a physical thing. Someone go, hey, I have this one is mine, and they can have it and show their friends, look, I play D&D. Do you play D&D?
I don't know. I think there's so many other ways they could go about this.
Well,
better for the players.
That would make more sense.
This is the bit that gets me. Like, and then like where is this? Oh, right. So we're about to hit the part about the movie. Now, I'm okay with the movie. It's going to be Marvel, but what I'm annoyed about the most is it will be. But we submitted Aussie, so it got filmed over here. We submitted Aussie to be a baby in it. and he got rejected. So fuck this movie. I don't approve of it.
Your baby is not based enough to be in our movie.
Yeah, that would have been so cool though if he managed to get into it. Like, you know, but what can you do? I think they wanted Brian Harrington, but he isn't her, you know.
To wit. Who says to wit in an article? Cox described a plan to shift D&D into a 4-quadrant brand similar to Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. While the tabletop game and its book releases, though how that might change this increased digital environment is an open question, will remain one of those pillars. Wizards expects to invest more into the other 3, entertainment, such as the upcoming Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves film, big AAA video games akin to Baldur's Gate 3, an expanded line of toys, collectibles, and other merchandise that fans will ostensibly buy because it carries the red dragon-shaped ampersand on the tag.
So for me, films, it's fine. I don't like her.
Well, films are dangerous because if your film flops, you waste millions of dollars. Like your movie has to be good.
I feel like they. Well, I would say, like, you know, they're just gonna go Marvel it, and you know what? Even if it's bad Marvel, people still show up for it, so it doesn't really matter. It feels like Marvel's not gonna go. It's just not gonna go away anytime soon because they just seem to steal money somehow, and I've no idea how. So honestly, I don't care about the movies. Video games, it's kind of cool. It's okay. I don't play video games really that much anymore, but like, if they want to, I'm pretty much on board. Like, you know, Baldur's Gate was pretty good. I enjoyed it anyway. So, like, you know, I don't see them. Well, I could see them messing it up horribly, but at the same time,
well, the problem is, you know, the kind of writers are going to hire for this shit. It's going to be super woke identity politics. Like, we don't want white man money. It's going to flop like a motherfucker. They're going to lose millions of dollars. These people are paint by the numbers. They really are. Yeah. Like, okay, we'll make a movie where the white dude is stupid. We have a female main lead who's a girl boss. And it's just like, oh my god.
I mean, that's what you know you're going to get. I don't know. I might go see it in the cinema just so it's something to garn about. You know what I mean? But at the minute, the only reason why I'm annoyed with the movie is because Ozzy got rejected, and I'm going to hold that against it forever because of that. But I'll probably go see it and see what it's like. I'll try and assume that it's not going to be absolutely horrible, and we'll just see. I don't know. And even though I know it is going to be horrible, video games. As long as video games are good, I don't care. I don't play video games that much anymore, so it's not really a big
I just play Dark Tide.
However, well, is it any good?
It is good. Like, actually, I can hop on for a quick match or two and be completely entertained with a flamethrower.
I'll need to pick it up. So everyone's been playing it, and I really should, but I've got too much going on at the minute to be able to actually justify like spending a few hours playing a video game. Being an adult's horrible, so it is, guys. It's horrible. Anyway, but this is a bit that really gets me. For me, the toy line and the collectibles and the
well, the thing is like that is lifestyle horrible branding, and it will bring the money if it's good. You know.
Well, what they should be doing is they should be encouraging players to get into painting. They should. Why doesn't Wizards of the Coast make a war game as well? You know, I mean, they've got the fan base, they've got the means to do it. Why don't they get more and more? Like, I know that they do models. Why don't they do like a semi-war game, like even like a skirmisher style game that's all like V compatible with 5e?
I mean, isn't that 5e? Actually, no, be with 2 people, not a group of 6 with a DM. Yeah, it could be a little bit different.
Well, you could. I think you could adapt them. Like, you know, I think you could make it something from a word. I don't know. The idea of buying like Funko Pops to me, I just no.
There will be like Tiefling Funko Pops, and I will vomit when I see them.
Yeah.
Like I don't like. It's just they could be making all this stuff for both lifestyle, which is fine, and also playing the fucking game. Like, you can find things that a player will like to have.
I think that's the way I think I'm going to view this. Honestly, I think I would forgive most of this stuff, bar the microtransactions. I would forgive the toys. I would forgive the games, movies,
the Funko
all that
Pops.
Stuff. Okay. You know what? I'll even eat it. I'll even eat my own deck. You know what? I will forgive the Funko Pops if they just made some good games from time to time. If they just made some good books, I'd be happy with that. You know what was a really good book? I really enjoyed Game of the Frost Maiden. It was pretty good. It came out, like 3 years ago now? it was a pretty good book. Overall, it was pretty solid, and they have put out some really, like, there has been some good 5e books. Like, unironically, one of my favorite ever, I'm not even joking because I've played it so many times and I enjoy it because we've done it so many different ways, is Golf's Minds of Fandelver, because I always end up going to like open nights or whatever for like 5e or not 5e school playing nights, and for whatever reason I always end up in these gunning.
So when you open your,
you know what I mean?
So when you open your all reliable fucking SpongeBob casket, it says like fucking Vandelver and a little book inside. Old reliable.
Yeah, well, like it worked. You know what I mean? It's actually not. It's pretty good. I've played it with people that are very experienced. I've played it with people that don't really know what they're doing. It's the first time ever playing, and they've got into it and they've enjoyed it. So like, you know, I would say Lost Minds of Fandelver, honestly, yeah, it's a starter thing. It was decent. Like, it works, and I think I've played a lot of games with it and I've had fun. You know what I mean? Even though I've played it like coming up on it 10 times. I'm not even joking. It's just I always seem to be it. It's like,
I heckin' love Vandelver.
Like, yeah. Yeah, it's alright. Like, you know, it's nothing special. It's just it's an easy. It's very easy to run it as well. Honestly,
I heckin' love mine.
It's dead on. But yeah, honestly, just be good books. Just like some good adventures. Get something that people. I get it. Like, you know, maybe my tastes aren't for everyone. I would rather maybe move away from the whole like Marvel superhero character archetypes that they seem to be wanting to run.
Well, it's just they always have to make everyone they're falling in the same trap as World of Warcraft. You're the hero. You're the chosen one, brother. You gotta save the planet. And it's like, how about Joe Schmo's like, man, I fucking hate being a farmer.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's not something that happens when you get a bit older as well. Like, for me, like, I don't know, see, the older I get, the more and more I look at Napoleonic era war games and like, I gotta pick some of them up, you know, something like that Napoleonic era. It's like, oh, don't do this to me. And I feel like that's the same with 5e. I feel like I'm just more and more into OSR style games, and I don't know, I'm just enjoying them. I'm really enjoying them at the minute, and at this point, well, you know what, like, we'll finish up the article and I'll give a few ideas of where we're going to end up.
So let's see here. The film sounds like a linchpin into this plan, creating a bevy of collectibles and toys now that Wizards can tie recognizable names to its role-playing game. Have they forgotten the last 20 fucking years? Like, this is the same shit as, like, the first female action heroes is fucking dipshit on fucking Twitter.
No, Garb Blue, you need to remember, you must consume, you must become a bug man. You will buy all the toys, you will buy the plushies, you will buy the Funko
No, it's not just that. The fact they went, like, now they have, you know, recognizable names to the role-playing game. Like, there's been 20 years of lore, bro. Like, it's going like, actually, that's old problematic lore. We need new lore with blackjack and gay hookers. Like, what the, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Man, I'm just sad about it. Like, just keep going.
All right.
This is like, you know, like, the end is now. Like, oh, so like, see if you guys listen to this right now. You like, if you're thinking about jumping on one D&D, or I'm just going to call it 6th edition, because that's what.
6th edition, yeah, it really is.
Yeah, just call it 6th edition. I'm sick of calling this one.
More like sick edition, because I'm fucking vomiting. Anyway,
yeah.
So sorry, Elminster, you've got nothing on Fantasy Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez. Unspoken but heavily implied in the conversation, it was the hope that Honor Among Thieves will act as a foundation for more entertainment, either feature-length films or television series a la Marvel. I'm crying on the outside, but I'm dying on the inside.
You know, you know what? That's what they want to attract. They want to attract Bugman.
Well, they want NBCs to go like soy Wojak face at every fucking D&D. Oh hackers, a new fucking D&D movie. My favorite guy, Chris Pine.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Chris Pine, honestly. I didn't think much of new Star. Well, I say new Star Trek. That was like
noise Star Trek.
Yeah. I
so
wasn't on him in that.
They're going to try microtransactions. They're going to sell like digital dice and digital characters, and probably and more likely a 3D character preview, so you and your friends can fap over your fucking hot busty tiefling NPC. Like, it's just going to be an absolute shit show, and the worst part is it's all digital. You don't own that shit. I don't care who says otherwise. Unless you're able to download a PDF, you do not own shit on websites. It's like it's like right now on Forge. All the shit I have on Forge, I don't own.
No.
Yeah, it's just it's such a fucking it's like a glue trap for people.
But the thing is, so many people don't recognize it as that. Like, the problem that I've got is, like, if now is the time, if you're still playing 5e for whatever reason, and, like, you know, it looks like your party gonna jump on to, I would say it's not a bad time to look into other books. Honestly, man, like, it just feels like it's at that point where, why is anyone still playing them? Like, I get, you know what it is? They've actually designed it in the perfect way, Wizards. They've made 5e so difficult to learn the DM and so complicated for players to pick up and learn for most people that people don't want to try out other systems. And the thing is, if you can play 5e, you will not have any issue playing other games. You just won't. It really won't take you half the time. Let's say it took you from starting to play, you were playing weekly. Let's say it took you 2 months. Like, you spend 2 months really picking up the game, learning it, and after about the 2 month period, you're playing weekly, you've probably got a really solid grasp on how the game runs and how to play and all that sort of stuff, or at least you get the goals. You might not be a good player, but at least you get the goals. And that's
what's really funny is how, like, I'll go into game stores, I know host D&D night, and I'll sit there and watch. And, like, because to me, it's like going to the airport and watching weird people like Walmart, like, and I'm just sitting there watching them, and I want to see how the players behave during play. And say, like, well, I want to do this, and I look to the DM and go, what do I roll? And I realized for almost 3 hours I was sitting there playing. So my friends came in and were playing Star Wars Legion. None of the players knew what to roll for shit. Like, they would look at the DM, he'd go, roll for this, and they, you know, they're fucking click clack dice rolls. And then they got into combat. I was like, okay, this should be good. They didn't know what their weapons did. They didn't know what their abilities did. The DM had to fucking like hand walk all 6 players through this combat. The combat, after I left around 4 o'clock. They got there at like 10. So when I left at like 4 o'clock, they were still in their combat. They had started at fucking 10 or 11 o'clock.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. There's no way.
Yeah, I was like, my fucking, like, I thought like maybe they were like, it's a learning game. But the more I listened, the more I realized they've been playing that campaign, I guess, for like fucking 5 months or some shit.
No, they have not. There's no way people are actually like that.
It was like it was literally like I was looking. It was like I was looking at
Please tell me that's
It felt like I was looking at a fake green text story. That was like, and everyone clapped. I was like, this is real. This shit actually happens. What the fuck? Like,
yeah. That's depressing, man. That is.
Am I in Neckbeardia right now? What is this shit?
I'll forgive it if it's like kids, you know.
No. These are full-grown danger hares, brother.
Oh
like the one male who I always laugh when I see him because he has like. He's like me, like we both love Sailor Moon and shit and anime, but he's like the exact opposite of me. Like no beard, no muscle. He's got like the skinny fat paunch going on.
Oh,
balding at 22. You know, I was like, oh my god, brother.
It's like that took a B belly thing. Oh no.
Probably has like.
Honestly,
it's just. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I feel demoralized by all this sort of stuff.
I feel demoralized.
I am demoralized. I really am. And you know what the thing is? People are going to come in. No, because if Wizards do this, then other companies are going to be, hey, they're actually, if they're really going to make money from this, other companies will follow suit. That's the thing. You know, to think that this is going to be contained to just Wizards, it's ridiculous. It's going to infect the rest of the hobby, just like it has with the Danger Harsh. Now, don't get me wrong. This is the thing. 5e may as well be a containment for the really horrible stuff. Like, honestly, like, no one plays it.
I mean, it may sound dumb, but you're not exactly wrong. It's basically like all the weirdos play this game and we're all safe. Like, it's what it feels like.
Think of it like Pole, all right? Pole's like
the containment board.
Yeah, that's Wizards is Pole, so it is okay of the role-playing experience, right? It's a containment board. Let them have their fun over there, and there you go. Call it a day.
Let the monkeys hoot and holler in their own cage. We'll be over here.
Yeah, we'll be safe over here.
We'll be safe over here.
But I don't know if we will be safe, though. That's the thing, and that's why I'm like, I don't know, I just feel demoralized over this. And I've seen a lot of people do videos, like, you know, and talk about it, and it's like, oh, well, you know what? It really doesn't matter what Wizards do because because it's so decentralized. My play group has our own goals, and we do our thing, and that's well and good. Yeah, and that's what I do, and that's what everyone that I know does for the most part. But to say that it's not going to have great impact impact on the hobby over the next 5, 10, 15, 30 years is ridiculous. It is going to have a cause and effect.
That depends who wins. I mean, I don't like putting it in this narrative, but basically,
the bug men will pay.
Well,
the bug men will pay. Like microtransactions, there's no way microtransactions would still exist today if they didn't work. The thing is, they do work, and we have lost.
Well,
like video games to me are lost.
Well, I'm not saying that people don't do them or they're not, better. I'm just saying that it depends on who really garners it. Because, there is the whole culture war thing, and, the big turnaround with Twitter is really nice because Twitter got extremely based, like, in a week. Yeah. But it's just, the way I look at it is that you have the failing company, which is the Coast. They are failing right now. They're failing horribly. Yeah. They're bleeding customers. They're bleeding profit. They're just failing hardcore.
So this is the ultimate example. They've gone woke, they're going broke, but they don't realize it's that's driving people away.
Well, they somehow think it's racism or like, it's just there's too many white players. They don't understand that their thing sucks.
Garbo, you don't get it. Thing is, right?
Oh, my sweet summer child. Oh, sweetie. Is that what you're trying to say to me?
My sweet. Yeah, exactly. You're
fuck
just,
you. I don't like this joke anymore.
Yeah, Garbo, you're just an absolute bigot. You would not understand.
You're just a fucking bigot.
Trouble. Yeah, that you need to remember. So anyway, if you ask Forage. I'd probably cut that bit, actually. You know what? I'd probably be better off if I just cut that bit altogether. But no, look, yeah, I'm just going to have a big bleep to make that whole point. What I'm trying to say, guys, is these people are just fucking dickheads, and I don't think they have any interest in the hobby.
No. Not just that. No. They are saboteurs.
Yeah.
They literally are the Viet Cong of the the culture war. Well, these people, they, them, their proper pronouns, they subvert. They use subterfuge. They go in like, I want to learn your game, and go, this is actually really problematic.
Actually, you know what? We're going to have to change it to our sensibilities, and our sensibilities are going to change every couple of weeks or maybe even days. So what was fine today isn't going to be fine in 2 months' time, by the way, just so you know. It's actually ridiculous. These people don't care about it. They don't wish you well. They want to destroy everything they love, look at everything else that's happened the last years, and ask yourself, why am I still playing 5? To me, 5e is a lost cause. I'm really, it's okay to play it with friends or whatever, but, as a I'm not gonna buy any. If my friend says to me, I've got this idea for a 5e game, do you want to play it? It's like, yeah, sure, if it's interesting, I'll give it a go. Why not? There's no harm in that. But I'm not gonna go ahead and buy any 5e books again anytime soon.
Well, no. Remember, they don't want your money, bigot.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't want your money. They only want money from danger hairs who don't have a job.
Yeah, that's all. It's just so bizarre to me.
It is. It's fucking absolutely mind-boggling. Really, it is.
I'm shocked that these companies are still able to afloat, though. Honestly, I don't know for how much longer. Honestly, there's no RPG writers anymore. They don't work for Wizards. They're gone.
Well, they're making their own stuff now. But I think they're kind of resting on these huge banknote piles, with the realizing, hey guys, the buffer pile's getting kind of small, and they're watching this huge buffer zone they had of all this money just get eaten away by lost profits, and it's like they're not in a position to make movies. I mean, have you seen how bad Willow is doing?
Yeah, I haven't watched it,
bro. I was so excited. I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, fucking Willow.
I heard that they sold off the studio, so they did, for the Honor Among Thieves, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Did you hear that She-Hulk got cancelled?
Good.
They can twerk to the grave.
But that's what they want, and that's the thing. It's like, I don't know, they don't understand
anything.
Well, you know what it is, right? The way I view it, once a company stops work towards core audience, like the people that have been there, the fans that have been there for years, once they stop working for them and try to start watering it down and adding stuff for the unwashed horse, that's when you know trouble. You know what I mean? It's like they just don't. I don't know, man. I'm fucking demoralized. I'm done. I'm sick of this shit. It's so fucking bad. It's it feels like every hobby that I've got into ever has just been absolutely subverted.
It's being infected.
Every fucking step. It has been, and it just keeps happening. Everything I've ever got into feels like, oh, you know what? It would be really great if this was just shit. Now, do you want to make it shit? Do you like, you know? I watch Star Wars so much. I love that stuff. And see now, I'm just demoralized. See, when it comes to like comics, all that type of stuff, that's so pathetic. Like, you know, and the thing is, even when it comes to like stuff like role playing games, people just seem to go for it. You know, there's not even an effort, and they're denying the very reality of the world. They're like, oh, Wizards Coast isn't wanting to become EA. What are you silly? Are you bigot or something? It's like, no, that's what they want to do. That's what they're doing. Catch yourself up. Like, you know, and I feel like I don't even want to argue about this sort of stuff, because it's like, it's so fucking, but the bug men are just so intent on being actually
you're the problem.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck did I do? What do you want to do? Like,
it's
you know,
the cycle. It's a cycle of the bugmen, these they, them, saboteurs, Viet Cong motherfuckers. Yeah. They find this lovely fandom. Let's say Star Trek is a great example.
Yeah, Star Trek.
Where there is...
The thing is, Star Trek was already pretty woke. But they did it in a way that was actually fun. Like, you know, okay, let's go with Star Wars instead, because, like, let's be serious, Star Trek was always pretty woke. But
it was forward looking.
It was woke, but it was still good. Yeah, it was forward looking, but it was still good though. Like, you know, old Star Trek was still worth watching. You know, and you can still watch it today and like have no issue with it. It's just like, well, I suppose the new. I don't want to talk about it. I tried to watch the one that came out on Netflix like 3-4 years ago, and this is so fucking.
And it's just, you know, what happens is they find this lovely thing and they go, you know what? Let's make that ours for some reason, and they go in and they start infecting it, and they somehow, some way get their hooks into like production and writing and the social media, and soon it's, well, these people are problematic, and they start targeting the main fan base, and then, you know what, this isn't made for you, and then they start bleeding the fan base dry, and soon there's no more fucking money. But if you're even contrarian to the established narrative, the truth czars, the truth they put out, you will be othered. You're a racist. Yeah, you will. Even though I fully support a black Little Mermaid set in her own particular fucking story and not hijacking a story, I'm still a racist because I didn't like the rewritten history of the Woman King. Like, oh my god.
I don't know. Garbu sounds pretty problematic.
Shut up.
Like, you know, I feel so fucking, like, honest to God, it feels like I just can't enjoy anything anymore. And this is where it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick something else, and this is why I'm
making my own game with blackjack and hookers.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just tired of it all, man. Like, it feels like this has been going on, and like sometimes I feel like whenever I'm gardening about this sort of stuff, it's like, am I just being a grumpy nerd on the internet?
Grumpy nerd man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, am I just being like, yeah, this is bad because X, Y, and Z? It's like, well, does this any of this kind of matter? Well, this does to me. This does matter. I feel like wanting to turn into microtransactions, that type of stuff, that's probably the worst for role playing games ever, I would argue. This to me is in my opinion, playing on microtransactions. I couldn't tell you the last game that I've actually like really enjoyed. Like, I've actually sat down and actually got in and played for like solid play, and I've done so. Like, I still like games, I'll still play them. I'd play like me and Meg COD from time to time, but I couldn't tell you the last time I like sucked to a game. It just doesn't really happen anymore, and dead, gone. And it's not coming back. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is a really depressing video, guys. I'm gonna fucking wrap up. We've got 50 minutes.
I am sad. I don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah, you know what? But that's what it is. Like, I actually am. I'm just fucking depressed. This sort of stuff, and I think like a lot of people are either sweeping it under the rug. They're trying to be like, oh, well, actually, it doesn't really affect you.
Actually, sweetie.
You know, because if you don't play 5e, then you don't need to worry about this sort of thing. It's like, yeah, you kind of do. And like, you know what? 5e's done a lot of great things for role-playing games. It's got a lot of people. There's more people getting interested in role-playing games than ever before. I'm happy that they're doing that. I think, like, you know, they're a great containment zone. All the normies play 5e, and graduates to other systems. You know, I'm very happy for that. You know, they haven't been bad. They're just, and feels like they're, you know what they feel like to me? Well, maybe to a lesser extent, to me, it feels like Wizards of the Coast is theater, the start of the TARS, you know, and Twitter is like worm tongue, you know, whispering in the ear, being like, oh, appease this, do this, oh, we're gonna put this idea in and that idea, and it's great. No, ignore the complaints of like Spelljammer. What? You want ship combat? No, you don't want that. What you want are these monkeys. Oh, sorry, were these monkeys racist? Oh, sorry about that, guys.
You don't understand. We want racist monkeys.
Yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm calling it the end of the video. What are we on? For 55 minutes. I'm gonna chop this up. I'm gonna cut this into like half an hour.
Coward.
This is more of a podcast.
Just post the entire thing. Just do it.
No, I'm not posting the entire thing because, like, I don't know. I prefer like half an hour. You know what? We should probably do this as a live stream. The problem is, I want to do more live streams, and I want to do more book reviews, but because I'm kind of going in between the houses at the minute, and the internet in the other house isn't good, I'm not really like. Well, I'll see. I might be able to do something on Saturday. I'm probably going to do Mortboard by myself. The following week, do you want to do Schult? Me and Teal played that the abortion adventure the other day. It was actually not bad. yeah, it was the one that made One Bookshelf change their policy. Have you read it? I think I sent you the PDF, did I?
I probably read it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like, you know, Vanger's just an absolute boomer. You know what he's like? He's just an absolute boomer that's like, I don't know. I think he's comedy by not. He isn't meaning to be funny a lot of the time, I don't think. I just think he's absolutely hilarious. Does that make any. It's kind of like.
I'm not trying to be funny, still laugh. Stop it!
yeah. The guy, I don't know. I think the guy's really funny.
I think you should post this entire video. Mind you, bleep out some stuff. But just throw it out there, buddy. Because some guys want to hear an hour of fucking two nerds shit talking to each other.
Yeah,
do it for the vine. Do it for the vine. Do it for the vine.
We'll see what happens. Like, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I don't
know
one
what did. No one enjoyed this. Come on now. We didn't enjoy this.
Yeah, you know what? I feel a lot worse after recording this video than what I did before. If I be honest with you,
you made me feel worse, Garbro. Thanks.
Yeah, this is depressing, and it feels like it's
this is just
genuinely. This is to me. This is the true beginning of the end. Like this is. It's
only just begun.
And it's just going to keep going, and it's just going to keep going, and there's going to be people that are well, if you don't like sick,
there's a way to stop this, you know. All we gotta do is make a bunch of camps, you see.
Okay, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe. Check out Garbu's channel. Links to it down below. Check out the models. Help us out a lot. We're getting some new models in the door. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. 1, 2, 3.
You see, my friend, we just make a whole bunch of camp and put all the under